Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 48, live Friday, August 11th. In the main event, the undefeated knockout artist, John the Magician Dotson, throws down with a warrior on the winning track, JR the Lion Ridge. Also witness a bare knuckle grudge match when popular social media influencer turned fighter, Bryce Hall, knuckles up with the undefeated cutman, G. Perez. Don't miss history unfold. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Oh man, now that I'm done with the alien probing, I don't even know what to say. We are live from Satellite 5. Actually, no, today we're in the basement of the Alamo to celebrate the great Pee Wee Herman. Rest in peace, one of the greatest entertainers of all time. And I think we should have a secret word today, like you used to do. What should the secret word today be, Evan? You have a secret word for us? Just give me a word.
Probe.
Probe, that's good. So every time the word probe comes up, we have to scream real loud. Let's try it. Evan, you got your sound effect ready?
No, because this sound effect's still playing.
All right, well, then fade the bet out. Oh, okay, there we go, abruptly. So let's try it. Let's try probe. I'm going to say the word probe, and then we all know what to do. Are you ready? Probe. Ah! You're supposed to scream, too!
I don't know what the fuck this is.
Oh, you're too young. Pee Wee Herman was a master. They'd have a secret word every day on his show that he'd scream. So let's try it again. And the cameras have to cut all over the place. Ready? The word is probe. Ah! Okay, there we go.
I appreciate the explanation live on air.
That's how we do it here.
Yeah, Brian.
A lot of great stuff today coming up. Just honoring our friend Pee Wee. So, for instance, we have exclusive footage, if you haven't heard yet. You know about G. Perez and Bryce Hall, but they got into it at the Zone. We talked about this, I think, last week. We got the exclusive footage. I'm not sure if anyone else has it while Bryce was doing the interview, and G kind of jumped up and started going at him. Speaking of that, we have a big announcement about that fight. And more than that, the big announcement about the fight, we have Bryce Hall joining the show, and we're going to get his immediate feedback on the announcement, and we're going to talk to him about a lot of things that you've been wondering, you've been asking, and that'll be fun, too, to see what Bryce, where his head's at. Also joining us, Sydney Sundance Smith. Looking forward to her. She's going to be fighting for us again in Albuquerque coming up in a couple weeks here. BKFC.com to get involved. Also, we're going to punish Brandon. We've been promising about punishing Brandon for a while now. And when we punish Brandon, we have a video of it. You guys kind of said what you wanted done, and we came up with something, which I think is a fair punishment, humiliation for Brandon. Evan, don't say what it is, but you've seen the video. It's a good humiliation, right?
Yeah.
For what he did wrong. If you missed the show, Broken Brandon, really, he took us off the air a couple weeks ago, and we're, letting him be held accountable. We're going to check into the mailbag as well, and tons of exclusives as always. A lot of the things that I like here about this show, they include a lot of different the videos, the behind the scenes content. And we talked about this before. Evan has a bachelor party. Had a bachelor party in Montreal. Last week he's saying coke and hookers. I don't think that really happened. I don't know if it did. But I want to kind of investigate that. If we have any pictures or anything from the bachelor party and find out how it went for Evan. Evan, did you have a good time? Oh, well, it looks like you did have a good time. Look at Evan. Look at Evan whacked out there.
Where'd you get that?
I don't know. It looks like you're having fun in Montreal. Zoom in on his face. Look at those eyes. Those eyes tell the story. What were you drinking? What were you doing there?
What wasn't I drinking?
Oh, Lord. You got pretty drunk?
Yeah.
Look at that eyes. Look at those dimples.
You could blindfold me with dental floss in that shot.
Oh, my gosh. And then let's do like a screen breakdown here. Let's see what else we can find in this picture as we examined it before the show. Look at that. What is that in Evan's hand?
Oh, dear. I don't know.
Is that a cigarette? Is that maybe some wacky tobacco? Is it some tree? Who knows? I know your eyes are almost shut.
Comment below.
Yeah. What do you think that is in Evan's hand? I know that everything's legal in Montreal, it seems, right?
Yeah.
I know. So that's interesting stuff about Evan's bachelor party. What can you share with us? What chaos happened? What did you do?
It was actually pretty lax. I'll be honest with you. We did a lot of hiking. Went on a boat.
Hungover hiking.
Hung out and went out to the bars every night.
Really?
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
And then you'd be hungover hiking to sweat it off?
Yeah, that was the plan.
You guys didn't go to one, as Al Bundy, the great Al Bundy would call it, a nudie bar? You didn't go to one?
They went to one when I got too banged up and fell asleep. They said they went out to one. I don't know why they waited for me to be asleep, I guess.
What dirtbag friends you have.
Yeah.
Well, I know that a lot of people were upset around here that we weren't invited, and I wish we could have been there with you, Evan.
Me too.
It would have been crazy. So other than that, I mean, look at this. Tag Shaw joining. He said, let's go. This is the first time I've been able to join in a while. Big Ben's in the house. Comment in the chat. Let us know what you think that Brandon's punishment is going to be. I did hear some chaos out there as we were starting the show. I think that he was talking about coming on, that he wasn't sure. I don't know if he's even here. I'm going to guess the chaos is probably Travis Thompson out there banging around trying to steal merchandise.
The animal?
Is he? I thought I heard some banging. Is that what it is? He's out there. They're saying in my ear he's creating a commotion here.
Travis, are you here?
Is Travis here? What a fool. What a fool. What a dope. He's out there screaming and yelling. What a jerk off. Travis is holding the show. Travis, are you coming on? What's he doing?
I don't know.
Travis, he's late.
Travis?
There's no mic on you. We can't hear what you're saying. Why don't you come in here?
What's up?
What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
You're late for the show. You go sit down. You're late for the show. We got an interview coming up here. Sit down. You got to sit, man.
I will.
The animal, Travis Thompson, everybody.
He's
He's
here.
here.
Free shit here.
You got to talk into the mic. Put your headphones on there.
Okay, jeez, oh man.
I know a lot of rules here for the
A
bare
lot of
knuckles.
fucking rules here.
Now put the mic to your face.
Yeah, I got you.
right,
What's
there-
going on, you guys? How you doing?
Well, you were supposed to be here a good half an hour ago. Where were you?
That's all right. I was in traffic.
You're in traffic. What do you got a whole stack of bare
Oh,
knuckles?
dude.
Were you raiding the
I
warehouse?
was shopping.
I heard you back there. I thought
What the fuck you think I'm doing here?
you just went there and raided the warehouse.
I'm gonna go put this. Hold on, let me take this off. I gotta put a new shirt on.
This is captivating content.
Oh, nice. This is great.
Let's watch.
This is some good shit.
It is. He's going to put it on.
on.
I didn't
I
think he'd
put
take
my
his
new
headphones
shirt
off.
on.
So he's put his new shirt on. Of course, you can buy your stuff. This is how we'll pay the bills for Travis. Oh, he just wants to take his shirt off.
Yo, this is my OnlyFans.
Oh, you better cut to him, not me. I don't want to see this.
OnlyFans,
What is this? OnlyFans content. So, bareknuckleshop.com. You can get a shirt just like Travis. A little walking commercial there from one shirt to another. All right, are you ready to go now? You're really holding this up, dude.
Like fucking man. Fucking guys.
All right, put it on. I'm not too happy you're so late, honestly.
Oh, get over it.
Okay, I will. I have no choice with you.
Fuck him if you can't take a joke.
It's okay. A joke being late and holding the show up. It's
I
cool.
do what I want.
I know you do. And you did what you want against Reber too. It was good. It was
Shut
fun
the
to watch
fuck
that.
up. You're gonna watch another fucking fight. Keep it up.
All right, let's go back to we're talking about Evan's bachelor party. We were showing pictures. He looked like he was so drunk or stoned or whatever. You could blindfold him with dental floss. He was saying. What's the best bachelor party you ever been to? Are you upset that you weren't invited as well?
I'm very upset. I can't believe it. If you wanted to have a
Can you
good
get into
bachelor-
Canada?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was in Montreal. Yeah, could you get? You got some arrest warrants, right?
Yeah, probably. Dude, you would have had a good time if I was there.
Well, I'm sure.
Tell
I
us
believe
quickly. Yeah, I'm sure too. But what did Travis Thompson bachelor party look like? Tell us.
We went out to a lot of clubs.
What kind of clubs?
You know what type of clubs?
No, I don't. Evan didn't even get to go to one.
Are you fucking kidding me? You didn't go to
Dance clubs.
Yeah.
Evan didn't go to one.
Why?
I fell asleep.
What? You fell asleep.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you fall asleep at a bachelor party?
I can tell you how.
I was drinking all day.
Okay. So
I'm
you
not
don't
the- I'm
stop,
not-
you keep going.
I'm not the animal. I can't
Oh
do
my
it.
God, you're an idiot.
Okay.
Are you shitting me?
That's what he said right before you
Fell
walked in.
asleep at the
Yeah.
bachelor
And they went without
party.
him.
They went without me.
Oh my God, dude.
I know. You're
What the
telling me.
fuck?
It's insane. Well, let's move on from the bachelor party talk because we have Sydney Smith coming on in a couple minutes. I want to talk to her, but some other stuff that we've been seeing recently here in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. I love stuff like this because we're kind of crossing over. I was looking at some music videos. I love watching music videos, and one of my favorite bands, Slaughter to Prevail. You ever heard of them?
What?
Slaughter to Prevail.
The fuck is
They're
that?
like a Russian deathcore metal band. I think they're in Orlando, Florida now. But Trevor Morris has fought for us before. I believe it was at BKFC 38 against Howard Davis. But he was in the video. I saw a bare knuckle shirt in the video, so I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, we're making it. We're getting on a stage here.
Yeah, it's great.
Thoughts, Travis?
fucking-
You're not in a video.
I should be on the fucking video.
Well,
Who
you're
the
not.
fuck is
Get a
this
better
guy?
agent.
Yeah, that's what I need.
That's
I'm
Trevor
ready to-
Morris. He's
yeah,
fought for us
Trevor.
before. Yeah, Trevor. There he is. So I think that's cool that he's on there. Thank you to Slaughter to Prevail for Viking, their new hit that's out, and putting him into the video.
I don't give a shit about this. I look at all these fucking pictures behind you.
Yeah? What about him?
Where the fuck is my picture?
You didn't give us one.
Like, you need a fucking picture of
Well,
me. Like, you don't have any. You can't just
No,
print one out.
last week we showed the one we were going to put up, but you didn't
No,
like it much.
No, it's
you look at
dumb
a
as
mugshot.
fuck. Like, yeah, exactly. I want one of these nice pictures.
I'll tell you what. You take a picture with the crew before you leave today, and we'll put it up there.
Yeah.
Maybe picture you punching me in the face.
Look at this guy. Look at all these fucking guys up there. Not one good picture of me.
Speaking of pictures, we'll get you pictures. This is how I'm going to
I
explain
think
to
we
you.
got one.
Yeah, fuck you.
No, there's a picture
You're
of
a
you.
fucking asshole.
Is that Reggie punching you in the
This jerk
face?
off. Who knows?
What happened
Probably.
there? Explain that.
I got punched in the fucking nose.
Yeah, but I mean, that was like when you search bare knuckle fighting championship for a while on Instagram.
Yeah, I know, because these fucking assholes. That's what they throw the fuck out. Like, oh, it's Travis. Here's a good picture. Yeah, good. Look, Eddie. This is the motherfucker. Okay, so if you ask fucking Siri who Travis the Animal Thompson is, it'll talk about Dave fucking Feldman. Like, oh, he's friends with Dave Feldman, or it's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? You can't even give me that.
You're a world-class fighter, man. We know what you've done.
bullshit.
You 10 different fights for bare knuckle fighting championship. That's a big stat. We'll talk about some stats later. We'll get into those. Got some interesting stats.
Yeah, all
but
my bonuses.
I know you had to
yeah.
pay us to come on the show today. You gave us all your bonuses.
Yeah. Get the fuck
So
out
you're
of
talking about the pictures on the wall. We do want to get you up here, but pay attention because this is important. This is how we get you up there for the pictures. We have a picture that got submitted, actually.
here. What's that?
Well, look at the picture that got submitted.
Yeah, sure.
So they can submit pictures at thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. We like when the fans do it. We add them up. You can see this is the guy we added up. Where's he at? Last week. These are other guys that have submitted. We love when they submit. So you submit your picture to thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. You can throw it at us on Facebook too, but it's easier in one central location. I don't know what we have this week. Do we have any submitted this week?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
This guy.
All right, let's see. Hey, man, just wanted to let you know that we love. Oh, thanks for loving the show. There's lights all over it. I can't see. And I believe you are definitely one of the biggest assets to BKFC. Maybe he's talking about you, not me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If he's talking about you, take the ETS off it, and that's what you are, the biggest ass to BKFC.
This guy, he's on fire. I love it. Biggest ass in BKFC. I kind of am. I'll take that. I'll take that. So thank you, Antonio, for submitting that. We'll hang you up on the wall next week. We appreciate people doing that. Again, submit your pictures, videos, anything. So you do something funny and you do something crazy. You want to do an interview. Maybe you bump into Travis Thompson in the street. You get a word with him. Submit that, and we'll definitely show it up here. We like that you guys can kind of submit stuff. So there you go. You want to get on the bareknuckleshow@gmail.com.
That's right. Get
All
on
right.
it. That's what I got to do, huh?
So the other thing is, I don't know how much you know about this, but recently Brandon, he's in the studio.
Yeah.
He's always controlling things. Very grateful for him. But we call him Broken Brandon because
What the fuck did he fuck up?
he took us off the air for like 10 minutes a couple weeks ago.
Are you shitting me?
No, he did it. So we decided to punish him and teach him a lesson.
Dude.
And we were asking everybody how we should punish him. They were giving us all kinds of
I'll give
ideas.
him a body shot.
Well, we thought about that. We did. Did we not talk about that? Did we not talk about that?
Just shit your fucking pants.
Yeah, we
You
talked
get that
about
on.
it.
Yeah, you can get that on the air too.
So
That'd-
either
Watch
we
him
air
shit
your
himself.
humiliation or you
Yeah,
get a
I want
body
that.
shot. What do you want to do?
I'm telling you right now, if you let me give you a body shot, I'm gonna give you a body.
It's going to
shot.
hurt, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna go
Like,
100%.
Hold on a second. This is
I wouldn't
this
do
I
it.
don't
is,
know if I want to get hit with 100%.
this is bone
I
on
wouldn't.
bone, knuckle.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it.
It don't bother me. So you're gonna get hit to the body. You'll shit.
Well,
you'll shit yourself.
Yeah, I don't want to
Shit
do
and
that.
blood.
I definitely don't want to
Why
shit
not?
my pants.
Don't be scared.
So don't be scared. He
Oh,
said.
all right. Well, if we're gonna do that, then
Just let it happen.
Play the clip.
Yeah, let's play the clip. We wanted.
the
Let me
fuck?
intro the clip though. We wanted to show Brandon. You'll see it in a minute. We wanted to show Brandon how thankful he should be to have a job. So we sent him out in traffic to play. Let's go to the clip.
Where's
Open your
this?
sign. Open it all the way. Open it all the way.
Brian. No, he's
That guy right
talking.
there. Talk to that guy right there in the van. Talk to him. Yeah. Don't screw up. Show him, dude. You want to work? You want to break stuff, right? Yeah, work the line, man. Work the line. Work the line.
He hated it, dude. You hated every second of that, Brandon. I mean, did that make you thankful for your job at least?
very, yes.
What do you think?
That's pretty good. I like that.
Does he have a
That's fun.
future?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Would you have given him money if you pulled up?
No.
No.
I
Do you
don't-
ever
I
give
would
money?
beg- No.
Why?
Why the fuck you go work for money? Yeah, I give you an opportunity to make money.
What would you do?
I'd be yo, go fucking mow lawns with me or some shit. Then I'll give you money.
How much would you break him off?
Whatever you want. We'll
All right,
make it
there you-
happen.
I might mow lawns with you. It might be a upper echelon career move for
There
me.
you go. Yeah, because I know you ain't getting paid shit here.
Wow, the gloves are off. I love it. So
Obviously, it's bare knuckle. There's no fucking gloves on.
that's what I'm saying. Oh,
just
come on,
saying.
man. Yo, you know. Here he
You
is.
know, you know.
T. Travis. Glad you interrupted the show today. So let's get into some other stuff before we get into Cindy Smith. I don't know if she's on the line yet, but I know she's going to be calling in soon. And I want to talk about a couple things that are interesting to me. One being the zone. There was a big to-do at the zone at the event, I guess about a week ago, with G. Perez and Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall was being interviewed. We have some exclusive footage. I'd like to show
wanna
that
see
now.
this. I
You want
wanna
to see
see
what
this.
happens? All right, let's take a look at it. We got to give him a
I'm
second.
trying to get
Broken
I
Brandon.
think you got to punch him.
Now we got to punish him again.
You're
Steve
getting
Smith
a
is
buzz.
on.
Dude, come on.
Take the bass out of your voice, dude.
Yeah, I know. Say, sorry, sir. Let me fix this for you.
Poor guy.
Yeah, don't shake your fucking head. I saw it. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to see the video
Yes.
or
Well,
okay?
that's
Call,
what we're
wait a minute.
asking
You're not.
for.
Who are you?
Yo, first of all, you're in my fucking seat. Just so you know, this is the Thompson show.
All right, here we go.
All right, here's the video. Sydney, we'll get to you in a second.
Talking about his weight. And Bryce can get down to 170, yeah? 165, yeah. Do you know how many fighters we've got around the 165 to 170 limit?
There's my little opponent. He's a little opponent. Hey, what's up, little guy?
Okay, so this is who Bryce Hall is going to be fighting in BKFC.
Oh yeah, you gonna get his ass whooping. You gonna see. No one's gonna do anything. No one's gonna do anything. August 11th. Here, August 11th. Who am I?
That's gonna be you on the ground.
And that's gonna be you. That's gonna be you.
That's gonna be you.
First round, I'm gonna split your eye.
Okay,
Second round, I'm gonna break your nose.
I want you to keep that.
Third round, your teeth are gonna be gone.
Keep
Fourth
that
round, your
same,
jaw's
keep
gonna
that
be
same
broken.
energy. Keep that same
It's gonna
energy.
be here. Don't worry.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm right here in front of you.
He's gonna be the man that I was in 2021. I'm calling it now. 2021. He's gonna be the new Bryce Hall meme.
You about
He's
to
gonna be
find
the
out
new
what
Bryce Hall
Knuckle
meme.
is, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm super excited.
Bryce Hall
is about to come back and have a bare knuckle match.
I'm super excited for it.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
Wow. So Bryce Hall going to be on the show a little later today. We're going to ask him about that and everything else. I mean, after seeing that, we'll get maybe you can hang around for the rest of the show if you want that you're here.
We'll see.
We'll see. I see that
I
they're.
don't know. I got shit to do.
Well, we'll see,
I'll
man.
try.
I know you got a lot going on, but I know that people are excited. They're saying in the chat that John Wick is in studio. CNC
Yeah, I
Promotions.
was from Virginia.
Yeah.
I wish you guys had that picture. That was a good one.
And then someone else saying that they would have given the homeless guy $1, Brandon. And if he stayed there 10 more minutes, Big Ben saying that he would have had lunch money. A lot of people seem to like that.
Big
Shout out to
Ben.
Brian Maxwell as well. He's in the chat. But right here and now, let's talk to Sydney Smith. And there's a lot I want to get into with you, Sydney. And then we'll get back to everything else we were talking about. There she is with her kiddo, man. How you doing?
Yeah, no, sorry.
No, that's not sorry. It's cool. So how old's your child, first of all? What's your child's name? Hi. Who's the goofy looking guy? That's what he's thinking. Hi, buddy. How are you? Okay. How many?
Doing good.
Oh, I'm glad you're doing well. So, Sydney Smith, a lot to get in here with you. I have 2 kids at home. I'm used to this. It's like background noise to me at this point.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, kid, you gonna let me interview your mom? I'm kidding. Go watch Paw Patrol or something, dude. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's into, but that's my show. Actually, Pee Wee Herman. Turn Pee Wee Herman on for him. The GOAT that we lost just yesterday. All right, Sydney, a lot to get into with you. We appreciate you coming on today. Honestly, I don't know a ton about you, but I know certain things. I want to talk about your life. I want to talk about some of your fighting. You're so new to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, and we're glad to have you here. First of all, let's get into it. You got Melanie Shaw coming up. I think you're both 1-0. August 11th, Albuquerque, BKFC.com to grab that app. We're excited to see you come back because, honestly, last fight, you beat the Crazy and Andy'd win, and you were an underdog. Like, I didn't see that happening. I don't think a lot of people did. I mean, did you feel that way walking in?
I mean, I knew I was an underdog, but that was in other people's eyes, not mine. I knew that she was definitely someone that I needed to take seriously. Like, I never underestimate my opponents, but I also, I've trained really hard for this for a really long time. And, so I just have to have confidence in my training and believe in myself. And, that's really what matters. I don't really think about them.
Yeah, I feel like you're the type of person who might thrive on being an underdog. And obviously, look what you did. Look, I mean, it was amazing. And I think you even shocked the Crazian a little bit. That's what we'd love to see, stuff like that. And I look at you and Melanie Shaw. That's going to be an interesting fight to watch. But I think it's pretty cool that your manager, I'd heard, called you about the Melanie Shaw fight and knows that you're crazy and you'll take like any fight, it seems like, and told you to kind of think about it first, right?
Yeah. So, I've had this habit for a really long time of like, I don't really care who it is. As long as it's not like a tomato can fight, the harder it is, like I definitely am always immediately like, yes, but I really don't care who it is. And he knows that. And so he was like, I already know what your answer is, but I really just need you to get off the phone right now and go watch it, and then you can call me back and I'll accept your answer. You made me like get off the phone.
Did you really get off the phone and think about it?
Yeah, you made me. Yeah.
Well, we're happy to see you fight on August 11th. I kind of want to get into your life a little bit too. I mean, there's so much to unpack with you. Growing up, you didn't have it easy. It doesn't seem like. You had told me in your own words that you were poor. Your parents were always fighting. Just an awful childhood, it sounds like. And obviously your parents not good with money. You said all this stuff to me in conversation before. And you didn't have that good of a relationship with your mom. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, it was tenuous, but I mean, I always loved my mom. But you know, I knew that neither one of my parents was perfect, and that they both contributed to the hellhole that was home. You know, it wasn't. I mean, like I said, there were good times, but you know, it was definitely. People are very shocked when I actually talk to them about it. You know, it's just how it was, and she's definitely different, you know, like my dad, we could talk to him and stuff, you know, no matter what we did, you know, even if we got in trouble, he was just like, all right, you know, let's figure this out. But mom is just, she's kind of mean, you know,
really?
And like judgmental. So yeah,
interesting.
Hard to talk to her.
I mean, do you feel that your father kind of took the role, like you're saying, that of being almost your best friend, the guy you would go to? But he had his issues too, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody has their demons, right? I'm trying to figure out how to do this camera for you guys, but yeah. I mean, but we were so similar. You know, we both have sort of like this eidetic memory, and so the way our brains work is very similar, and it's hard to explain to people who don't really understand. But you know, he would push me. We would have like political debates. He would make me go out and do extra training regardless of what sport it was in. I mean, from a young age, softball, football, basketball, track, you know, cross country, everything. He made me go above and beyond just like the practice and everything that everybody else was doing. And yeah, he demanded a lot of me academically. Yeah. You know, I was a straight A student. I didn't take any electives, and my electives were like foreign languages and stuff like that. Academic science classes, governor school, AP, like. Got
it. So look, that's really a whole rundown of what you did in high school. I love that. CC and everything like that. I can't speak a foreign language. I still can barely master English. And I don't mean to cut you off, but you're kind of talking about the man your dad was. And one of the things that I think's insane is that I'd heard that you were dealing with problems with your mom. Your dad's your best friend. He's pushing you to do more and more and more. But at the same time, your dad has his demons too. Your dad got into the drink a little bit, had a drinking problem. And while you thought you were best friends with him, you felt that, I should say. In reality, it was very, very, I guess, a scary relationship when you look at some of the stuff. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. A scary relationship when you're a kid. And you're looking at this, at watching your dad drinking, but he's still your best friend. And is this true that he tried to shoot you, like Russian roulette style, because you tried to commit suicide or something? Just tell me the story, because I have notes on this, but I don't know the story.
So I was, when I was 17, I really was dealing with like suicide and depression really, really bad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think a lot more people go through it than we realize. Back then it wasn't really, you know, something that we talked about, and people kind of looked down on you if you were struggling with that, which was, you know, especially the case in a small town. So yeah, you know, I was dealing with a lot of that, and I had made a plan, and, you know, my mom found like the letters or whatever. So I ended up in a child psychiatric hospital when I was 16, and then I got out. And my dad really didn't like the idea. It wasn't like he didn't like the idea that I was suicidal and depressed. It was that he didn't really know how to handle it. And, you know, drinking was kind of how he bottled his feelings about things and how he processed. And yeah, one night he told me like, hey, if you want to die, like, let's go ahead and do this. And I'm just kind of like the kind of person. I told him once, I'm feeling okay right now, and he pushed the issue, so I pushed back, and 2 bullets in the gun, spun the chamber, and stared down the barrel, pulled the trigger 3 times. So, yeah.
You had the barrel straight to your face. You're staring down the barrel, and
it was like about 2 feet away, 2.5 maybe.
Oh my gosh, dude! And Russian roulette essentially. So you don't know. He really pulled the trigger 3 times.
Yeah, one of my best friends at the time was there. His name's Montana. Oh. He did not move off the couch because I was like, once the bullet went in the wall, and it like ricocheted and didn't hit him either. Like it came out of the wall.
So wait a minute. This is foreign to me. This is insanity. So 2 empty shots, boom, boom, nothing happens. There was no
third
shots.
One was a bullet, yeah.
But then third one had a bullet and went past you and went to the wall. At this point, are you checking back into the psychiatric ward? I'm being serious. Like this is going to drive you nuts.
So no, we left. We went to his mom's house, and then just a bunch of other stuff happened. So I ended up like hanging myself in the bathroom at school.
Breaks, stop. You can't just go gloss over that. You ended up hanging yourself in the bathroom and you survived it. First of all, I'm glad you survived. Second of all, that's never the answer. But what kind of dark things go through your mind? I've never been there. You're creating a knot. You're figuring out what kind of knot you want to use. Like I'm being serious. What goes through your mind when you're doing that?
Well, I had to go into the gym locker room to get my tennis shoes because I always wore Chuck Taylors.
Okay, love Chuck.
Yeah, and so yeah, I mean, I tied it up and I put it over the bathroom stall, and then this girl walked in. I still remember her face.
Was it a rope? What did you use?
Shoestrings.
Oh, sure, from your Chuck Taylors. Just told me that. I'm sorry. This is just blowing my mind right now.
Running shoes.
Wow.
But
Wow.
yeah, and then as I was going, like, kind of like starting to go out, I heard her say that you couldn't tell somebody that you couldn't go in there because Mr. Lowe was coming to help. And I was not particularly fond of Mr. Lowe in any way, shape, or form. So I really don't know how, but I ended up like getting down and I had the strings in my hand and I walked to the guidance room and they locked me in there, and then they called my dad to come get me, to take me to Valley to be evaluated. And so I ran from him, and then they eventually caught up to me, and I got a TDO at the Children's Psychiatric Hospital again.
So. Well, thank God you're still here. I'm sorry that you were dealing with it. I'm sorry that, you thought to do those types of things. But, I mean, then from that point, you get into drugs. You're following your dad's footsteps, drinking. You wish you wouldn't have. But 2011, I think I read you had some kind of felony drug arrest, which you got out of that. What kind of drugs? What was your choice? Why? Was it to dull the pain?
It was drinking. So I got a felony hit and run. So yeah, definitely followed him.
Oh man,
I think we all did in one way, shape, or form.
Well, again,
but
I'm just glad that you're here now talking to us. I'm glad that you're fighting for bare knuckle. I'm glad that you're escaping those things, and we're happy to give you the platform to fight on. And I just want to get into a couple other things because your life, it's like Murphy's Law. All right, you were saying it's like Murphy's Law. That's your life. If it can go wrong, it will. You've had 2 surgeries since, what was it, 2014? You started MMA amateur, and then you had 2 surgeries. Where are you going, Travis? You walked right through the camera.
He's like, this is boring. We're going to talk about the lady part stuff now. I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah. Is that what it is? I didn't even know that's what it was. 2 surgeries, and you have some stuff going on inside you, and then you still come to fight for us through that. Kind of explain in the couple minutes we have about those 2 surgeries and what you're dealing with, what problems you had before you came to fight for us. This is all insane to me.
So, yeah, basically, I am blessed enough to have this anomaly of where scar tissue mats all of my internal organs together on the left side and sticks them to my pelvic wall. The first surgery, she went in and cleared it out, said it looked like a rat's nest of scar tissue. The second surgery, she took out my left ovary and fallopian tube. And then shortly after, I became pregnant with my son, which I didn't think was going to happen, which, I'm very thankful for. Shortly after that, let's see, it was after I fought in Montana. The pain kind of came back. And so then I went to a specialist. He put me into an induced menopause for 10 months.
Wait a minute. I don't understand this stuff. I'm a guy. But wait, just stop for a second. They gave you menopause? Is there a way to make you have menopause and go through it?
Yeah. So they give you a shot every month.
Really?
And
it's just like
induces
menopause.
menopause. Yeah, sucks.
So now do you have to go through it again now when you get older, or are you done with it? I don't know how it works. I'm dumb.
Yeah, no, twice. Twice is nice.
I've heard menopause is not fun. I'm glad I don't have to
No,
go through
it's
it.
not. It feels like you're melting from the inside out.
Oh, I'm sorry I have to go through that now. But so you're doing better though, as far as from your surgeries. You're obviously going to be fighting for us again now, and we're excited about that.
Yeah, so they did a like a nerve ablation in December because before that I couldn't walk. Yeah, so I feel great.
Good. I'm glad you're feeling better, man. You're dealing with a lot of stuff here. The last thing I want to talk about before we cut you loose here, and I appreciate you giving us so much of your time with your child there and all. And kudos to you as being a parent, being able to keep the kid quiet for so long. I don't know how you're doing it. That wouldn't work in my house. But
Healers have dogs.
so we got a picture I want to flash up on screen here. Let's get the picture up here on screen. I just want to kind of show you this picture and talk about it.
All right.
So you got these eyes, right? Everybody was talking about not just your fight, but your eyes. I mean, this is you like zombie-esque. I mean, is this something you know that happens? Why does this happen? What's the reasoning? What's up with your eyes? Like, I'm not ripping on you. Just everybody was talking about it after the fight. So is this something you've realized in your life? Is your contacts missing? What's going on here?
I don't wear contacts. My contacts when I fight, but yeah. So I don't know. I just get locked in. I used to look like that sometimes when I was racing. And my dad also kind of had like that crazy face. And yeah, so it's always happened. It always happens when I fight. Like I have pictures from all of my fights where like my face is insane. And they actually started calling it the Sundance Glare around here. And
wait, they call that the Sundance Glare?
Yeah.
So it has a nickname in your hometown. You have the Sundance Glare. And that's another question. Sundance. Sydney Sundance Smith. Great name, but why would it be Sunset Smith? Because you're knocking people out. You're taking them to the sunset. Where'd you get Sundance from?
It was like my pet nickname for my dad.
Okay.
I was like the only one who called him that. So
okay, so the Sundance Stare, that's what it is. So now you know when she does the Sundance Stare, you better move away. I think you're in trouble with the Sundance Stare. Listen, before I let you go, I want to let you know that here's somebody, Michael, saying you're just really focused. Here's Big Ben saying you've been through hell and back. They're all in the chat. Michael's saying that there's nothing in BKFC that can break this girl. Guarantee that. And I kind of agree with that. I mean, you've been through so much. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy you've come through this seemingly in a great place. And I see your shirt says faith. You must have a lot of that. So we're glad.
Faith over fear.
There you go. Faith over fear. That's the way to look at it, man. You must be a Christian woman, a woman of Christianity, which that's good too. By wearing a shirt like that, I can tell that. But I know that we're going to see a lot more of you. Want to know now. You want to see Sydney Sundance Smith fight. You want to see the Sundance Glare. Here, I'm going to do the Sundance Glare. See, tell me if I do a good job at it. Ready?
I can't even do it unless I'm like mad or fighting.
Travis Thompson in studio. Give me the Sundance Glare. Can you show it to me, Travis? He's got to wake up. Show me the Sundance Glare, Travis. Evan, you got a Sundance Glare, do you? Before we go?
No.
I knew he wasn't going to do it. All right. Well, look, I love the Sundance Glare. I love Sydney Smith. We're excited to see you August 11th in Albuquerque. BKFC.com. Thanks for making the time to come on with us. We appreciate you. You'll be taking on Melanie Smith. Make sure you tune into BKFC 48. Thank you, Sydney.
Melanie Shaw.
Thanks for having me.
I said Smith. Melanie Shaw. Sorry. Thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story with us. We'll have to do a longer interview with her. She's dealt with a lot of stuff.
I didn't know that this show was, Sally Jesse Raphael. This is fucking ridiculous, dude.
It's not. You got to get to know people.
I understand. You got to get to know them, but we should ask, what the fuck you think is gonna happen in this fight?
Nah, dude. That. You know what? Listen. So you don't watch the show. I can tell you, dipshit. Now listen to me. Listen to me right now. Listen before I kick you out.
Kick me out?
It's not gonna happen. I know it's not gonna happen. I just like that tough with the mic in front. I'm afraid when the mics go off, actually. And whoever was doing that sound effect, that seriously, no joke. That was complete. Stop. That was completely uncalled for. I'm dead serious. People are in the chat bitching about it, and I agree with them. No, I do like the Pee Wee Herman sound effect. All right, stop with that for real. That's ridiculous. I mean, the girl, she's went through a lot of stuff. We can agree with that. Haven't we all?
I understand.
So
storytelling, painting the picture.
Yeah. Oh, what with the audio? Is that you doing that?
Yeah, it was Brandon.
Oh, he admitted to it.
Break it, Brandon.
Oh, okay. Broke it, Brandon. Yeah. So, no, it was good to get to know her. And, we could have had more time about the fight, and we could have talked more about the fight, but everywhere else to talk to is going to talk about that. I want to get to know the person so people were invested in them. And plus...
You never asked to get to know me.
Well, I know you. That's why I'm afraid to even tell the real you on here. But I'll say this. I wanted to give more time for Travis Thompson too.
No way.
Yep,
Really?
that's why.
Yeah, because it's a real fucking interview. I'll be a jerk off. We love that.
All right, so before we get to Bryce Hall, and are you going to stick around for Bryce Hall?
What, Bryce Paul?
Bryce Paul, is that what you're calling him?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Dude, he's going to hear you talking.
I don't give
He's
a
not
shit.
going to call in because of some guy like you that's already bullying
Stop.
him.
I'm not bullying him, please.
Are you going to stick around for that, do you think, maybe?
Sure, I'll stick
All right, we have a lot to get to before we get to Bryce Hall. He's calling in just a little bit. Some of the stuff we didn't get to before, let me flip back on my format here and throw some curveballs at Brandon so we can do more punishments for him later. We were watching the Zone video earlier. If you just tuned in, you can watch it again. It was between G. Perez
What about
and
I
Bryce
want to
Hall.
watch the one from the one BKFC fight where he slap him or whatever.
Yeah, well,
Put that
that's
one
what started it off. We're going to talk to
Yeah, I
Bryce
wanna see
about
that one
that.
again.
We're going to. I don't know if they have it queued up, but we're going to talk to Bryce about the slap
Break
and
it,
stuff
Brandon
like that.
can get it. He
but
can get
he's riding you now, Brandon.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, you're a bare knuckle fighter. We're going to get into this more, so save it if you're going to hang around. But kind of tell me, what's the roster feel about Bryce Hall coming in to do bare knuckle fighting? What do you feel? You're a fighter.
Okay, so the roster, I really don't give a fuck what the roster thinks about it. But as far as I'm concerned, I mean, being a fighter, I don't like this dude fucking coming in here. Like, cool, you do what? YouTube videos and shit, and now you're going to come in and be a fighter. It's great for the promotion, don't get me wrong, but being a fighter, I don't respect it. You're going to come in here, you're going to get fucking punched in the face, and you're going to realize that, you know what? This isn't YouTube. It's not the fucking computer. You get your ass kicked, and that'll be the end of it.
What was your screen name on AOL? I bet you had a funny one.
I don't fucking know.
Come on, you weren't on Instant Messenger?
Probably.
Come on, what was
It's
your
gotta
screen
be
name?
Animal something.
Of course it was.
I've had the nickname Animal since I was 14 years old. Wrestling.
Oh, from wrestling. Yeah,
Yep.
so you were a really good wrestler growing up. All right, let's talk more about. We're still talking about Bryce Hall here. So, John Dotson main eventing, and that's going to be a fun fight. John Dotson, J.R. Ridge, and it's always good to see John Dotson in come back, and I want to see him do the backflip. I enjoy that when he wins. He's been making short work of people, but John Dotson, I had opportunity to speak with him.
There we go.
Oh, we got the slap now.
See,
Travis calls for it. It goes right up.
See, that's all you got to do.
Like you just
See, so
paintbrushed
here's the thing. A motherfucker slaps me in the face. No one's holding. Like, look, he's looking at his buddy. He's like, "Oh, I can't believe you just hit me. I'd have punched you in the fucking mouth. You'd be choking on your fucking blood."
Right away.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? I'm beating the shit out of him.
That's
You're
what a
not
man
holding
does,
me
right?
back.
That's what a
You're
man
not
does.
holding me back. Look, his hands are up like, "Oh my god, he just slapped me." Yeah, no shit.
Brandon, come in here and slap Travis in the face real quick. We're gonna see if
Break
he's,
it. Then he'll be broken.
broken Brandon. I like that. So what we were talking, ready to lead into. There's your clip. Are you happy?
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right,
Thank
taking
you,
over the
Brandon.
show. Now he's being nice. You're such a lunatic. So we want to look at John Dotson. He's main eventing the show, and he's going for a title, which is huge. But he had some comments about Bryce Hall, and we asked him about same kind of thing we're doing with you. I want to see what you guys think about him being here. Let's check out the comments from John Dotson as we wait for an interview with Bryce Hall in just a couple minutes.
It's interesting for the fight that's going to be on my card because I got Gene, the Cutman Perez versus Bryce Hall. Hey. You know, the guy that's either getting punched in the nuts or dating Addison Rae, and that's how he came close to fame. And I want to see how well this dude knuckle up inside the squared circle. I want to see if he can go ahead and be the first influencer that could actually possibly be a real professional athlete. The guy that's in his prime who wants to go ahead and make a run for my title. Yeah, I said it's mine. I don't give what anybody says. I don't care who sets in front of me, it's always gonna be my title.
Dude,
Gene's gonna have a
see it
fun time playing
rewind
around with
again.
Bryce Hall because he likes to go ahead and use his jabs and hits them with 1-2s. He throws a lot of straight punches, and I don't know if Bryce Hall's ready for that just yet because we've seen how well he can hit mids, and we've seen him take some body shots from the Juggernaut. But we have not yet seen him how he feels a full knuckle coming across his face, and once he gets opened up. That's gonna be the real test to see if his pretty face can go ahead and stand the test of time of bleeding to death.
Wow.
Man, Bryce, I'm gonna let you know, every time you get hit, it feels like 2 or 3 punches are thrown at the same time. Each one of those knuckles feel like individual blows versus being hit with just one glove that guy hit you with. So that's why a lot of people tend to fall down right away after the first shot because they got hit with a full cannon of 3 punches at once.
There he is. John Dotson kind of breaking it down for us, kind of saying some similar stuff to what you were just saying, Travis. And the only difference is you didn't give us the hey afterwards.
That was funny as shit.
You like the hey?
I like that. Come on, Brandon, throw that back down. That was fun.
He's calling the shots over there now.
Dude,
hey.
I know how to do a show.
You do. You're doing well.
I'll teach you.
Yeah, teach me.
He needs some help.
Okay. Well, I need a lot of help. I don't know if you can help me with everything I need. But I'll tell you this, as you look at that, you see everyone commenting on it. And I'm excited to see Dotson fight, like I said. But the Bryce Hall thing, whether you like it or not, to me, it's intriguing. I'm supposed to call it down the middle, but let me be honest with you. I'm always honest, Travis. I'm kind of looking forward to his face getting split open.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that weird?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I mean, like, it's Jake Paul, right? That's why it's Bryce Hall or Bryce Paul. It's the same shit. You know, he wants to be like, look at me. I'm a fucking influencer. I'm gonna do it.
Well, before we get to no, we should just go to him. I guess he's waiting now. And listen, man, don't be too out of.
I'm not gonna be.
Don't be crazy.
Yo, here's the thing. Good. I'll give you respect because you're actually gonna try it out, but you'll see what happens when you actually get punched in the face.
Okay.
See if how you do.
Well, we do have Bryce Hall here. I'm excited to talk to him. Bryce Hall, what's up, bro? How are you?
I heard the guy calling me Bryce Paul.
Well, I was trying to rein him in before you came on here. So if you don't know Travis Thompson, he's fought for us. He's had 10 bare knuckle fights, and he kind of moseyed into the studio. I wasn't even fully aware he was going to be here today. I didn't know if he was coming or not. So he'll be there. We're going to try to keep him quiet during this interview out of respect to you. But I do have some stuff I want to talk about, Bryce. I'm glad that you're here. Over 35 million followers across your platforms? That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. How'd you build that, man? Were you a young kid when you started? What started it all?
I started social media when I was like 14 years old. And I didn't really have like a plan B. So it was either like do this or work somewhere else.
So you just kind of started messing around with it and you started gaining the followers. And then, let's fast forward. You got into fighting. You did a boxing match, at least one. I think you did two. Am I right saying you did two?
One.
You did one, but you've been training. Now, I know it didn't go your way, the one, and I know you're looking for this one to go a little differently for you. But, you do realize you've been training with Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. He's number 2 pound for pound in the world. He'll argue number 1, and it's a good argument to have. I would have that argument every day with Lorenzo. But, you do realize the differences. A lot of boxers don't when they come here. The differences between boxing and bare knuckle fighting. And I don't mean to disrespect you, but you had one boxer fight, but you know there's differences, right? Have you studied those?
We've been focusing a lot on the grappling techniques, the grappling aspects of bare knuckle. I like that it's dirty like that. I have a wrestling background and I feel like I can use a lot of that to my advantage.
Wrestling background. And I said this a couple weeks ago about you, that wrestlers are full of grit. There's a certain grit that wrestlers have that you can't find anywhere else. And Travis, this is when I'll give you 1 second to speak. Don't say anything crazy.
I'm not gonna say
you were a very good wrestler in your younger years. You agree with that? The grit that a wrestler has.
Well, it shows you have balls. You have balls. You've been through this shit. So, you're the only person that could beat you. So that's the one thing I'm going to tell you. Don't let him beat you. You're the only person that can beat you. So you're going to stand there, take those punches, deal with it. You got to also realize the gloves are coming off. So with all your training that you're doing, you're going to be a half step behind when you throw a punch. So you got to learn to step into your punches.
That's some great advice. Thank you for that, Travis. And that's probably the nicest I've ever heard you speak to somebody. He has the animal name for a reason. But look, I'd argue it takes balls to be a wrestler. It takes balls of steel to be a wrestler. It's not an easy thing to do. Let's talk about why you're doing bare knuckle, though. This is you're the first influencer to ever do this. It's going to be huge. Why? Why come fight bare knuckle, dude?
I see the sports blowing up. I want to work with bare knuckle, and I know that it's going to be a massive viral moment.
So you want
being a social media guy, I want to be involved in viral moments, and I think that I think this is going to be very massive on the internet. So I'm really excited to do this August 11th.
We're excited to have you doing it August 11th. You're walking into a bare knuckle fight. As you can see and know, you're talking about it's going to be different, the training with Lorenzo. But, other than wanting viral moments, do you see this, depending on how it goes, maybe happening again? Is this somewhere where you might call you home for a little while, or is it a one-off?
Yeah, no, depending on how it goes, obviously. If I just go in there and I get my ass kicked, I probably won't want to do it again. But if I go in there and I show out, we'll see what happens, I guess, right?
Yeah, definitely. How did all this start? I don't even know. I just know that I was at that weigh-in when G walked over and kind of slapped you, paintbrushed you. We talked in the parking lot briefly afterwards, got some comments from you. Why? Did you say something? He said he was offended. Is it just because you're doing bare knuckle? He's trying to protect the brand. Where are you at with that?
So I saw some clips of people getting knocked out in bare knuckle, like all over my social media feed.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately told my manager, Brad, I was like, yo, I want to try this. And he thought that I was absolutely insane for even like texting him that. And he thought that I was joking. So we kind of just like rushed it off. Next day I bring it up again. And I said, no, I'm like totally serious. I want to do this shit. And we get in contact with Dave. And we set this up like pretty fast. With G, I think he's mad because I kind of just was like, hey, I want to try this. And then I immediately got the opportunity to try it.
Yeah. Which
is understandable. But I mean, I have no bad blood with the guy. There's no bad blood. I'm not going to let anyone walk through me. But there's no reason for me to talk shit about this guy, you know?
So the bad blood you feel like is more on his side, but there's also bad blood. I mean, let's call it what it is. A lot of the fans of Bare Knuckle aren't too happy about you walking here having this fight, and they're looking for G. I'm sure you've read the comments to destroy you. G saying he's going to break your jaw in the first round or whatever, slice you up. He's going to every round. He's saying he's going to do something new to you, and the fans are cheering this on.
It's not just the fans.
Yeah, hold on. What's that?
It's not just the fans. I'm not trying to be a dick or nothing, but you got to also take, the fighters. Okay, so I mean, fuck, I've had 30-some pro fights. Mm-hmm. Okay, these other guys have pro fights too, and like you're great for the brand. Don't get me wrong, because all your followers, that's a shit ton of eyes that are going to be on other fighters. But as a fighter that's not going to be on the card, they're going to be pissed the fuck off because they don't get the opportunity because someone that's never had a professional fight gets to take stage and be not just take stage, but be what, co-main event.
Yeah, co-main event. Does that concern you at all, Bryce? You're walking in, I don't want to say enemy territory, like the brass isn't going to be hating on you, but there might be other fighters that feel that way. Does that kind of stuff concern you as you walk into this fight? Is that in your mind?
Why would that concern me?
That's a great answer. I mean, he doesn't, I just don't know. You walk into the locker room, people are going to be hating on you, but I mean, you deal with that online, right? You don't even pay any attention to that when people come back at you.
No, I'm fully aware that I'm going to walk into this as a massive underdog. Last time I fought in front of 30,000 people with 2 months of training.
Wow.
And I was kind of like the favorite, so there was a lot more pressure on me. This time there's absolutely no pressure. There's nothing to be afraid of. And if anyone wants to talk shit to me, I don't give a fuck. I'm fighting a guy, G. Perez. Like, I don't give a shit what anyone has to say about this. You can think how this is going to go. I'm going to prove people wrong. August 11th is happening. Like, you can talk all the shit you want.
All right, we're looking forward to August 11th. Now, why do you, as far as, that was a good point. It was by Travis. It was a great point. But another thing I wanted to talk to you about, and this is, I've never done professional fighting. Travis has, so maybe he can weigh in on this, but I want to talk to you about it first, Bryce. When I was talking to your manager, the guy that you spoke about earlier yesterday, he had mentioned that if I Googled your name, you got a ton of arrests. And a lot of them are for fighting, like street fighting, getting in fights. I've heard people say that, I've been in a street fight before, and that prepares me for bare knuckle. Do you feel like being in a street fight before it prepared you for bare knuckle?
No, not at all. But yeah, I did get in a ton of fights.
He said I did
growing
get in a ton
up.
of fights. Did you come out in the winning end, most of them?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. He was very proud of that fact, and it seemed like he really wanted me to touch on that. And he said, I mean, look.
Yeah, no, that's a stupid. I don't know why he would even tell you that.
Well, fire him and let me be your manager. Then we can make a lot of money together. What do you think?
There's no reason to even bring that up.
That's what he told me. I don't know. I was talking to him. All right, we'll move past that then. So let's talk about You got to get better show prep.
Look at this guy. You have your own show, and you're trying to get another job.
You just told me earlier it wasn't my show. You said it was your show.
It should be my show.
Yeah, all right. Bryce, whose show should it be?
Mine. You suck.
You have a great announcer voice, though. Like, you have the great host voice. And then you have the bland, super straightforward, will say whatever the fuck he wants to your face.
That's right.
Type of guy,
That's
too.
right.
Maybe you guys like co-host or something.
No, don't. I'm not having him in here every week. I can't deal with that. No, not at all. Bryce, it's the worst thing you said the whole interview. Bryce Hall, we're excited to watch you fight. You've been training so hard. What have you picked up from Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt? I mean, one of the top guys, if not the top guy in bare knuckle fighting championship.
He's taught me a lot of like inside fighting. So usually when I would spar with some of these guys, I would clench up, I'd fight in, and then like I'd back out like super fast, trying to get like away from like the madness. We've been learning like a lot throughout this like few weeks that I've been working with him, fighting on the inside, just fully going in there, no tying up. Like there's no point in tying up because most people get hit when you tie up in bare knuckle. That's like one of the main things that I've learned from him.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a great guy to be training with. Now, the other thing I want to get your opinion on, and this is something, it's kind of breaking news now. I think we have the graphic. He'll be able to see the graphic, right, guys? I know you have Lorenzo cornering you. You got one of the best, but we just found out that in the fight, it'll be Bryce Hall and Lorenzo Hunt, but then cornering G. Perez is going to be Chris Camozzi. Another great fighter who actually was just on last week. He was calling out Lorenzo. We'll see if that fight ever happens. But now, I don't know if he's trying to use you guys for clout. I don't know if he wants to help G. I know he's trying to defend bare knuckle fighting. A lot of the fighters feel that way, Bryce. Chris Camozzi helping out G, cornering him. What's your immediate reaction to something like that?
I mean, shit, I got Lorenzo in my corner. I'm not really worried about anything else.
So Chris Camozzi, you don't feel that he's going to add anything to G's camp?
Oh no, I mean, you can't really train for somebody that walks around as heavy as I do. Like I'm going to walk into that ring. He even said it on the interview.
He did.
I'm going to walk into that ring 185, like easily. I'm going to starve myself to make weight, and then I have 2 days to completely regenerate.
So the power.
It's a powerful punch.
Yeah. With that kind of weight, definitely powerful. So, I mean, as far as if you do win, or I should say in your mind, when you do win, what's your first thought? What's the first thing you're going to say in the post fight? Are you going to chastise the bare knuckle fans for not believing in you? Or are you going to thank them? Like, where are you at mentally as far as you said you didn't care, but you got to care a little bit, right? You're coming here to fight. You're making, I would guess, decent money, co-main event. You got to have a little chip on your shoulder, right? Even if it's for yourself to prove it.
There's nothing that I have to say to the fans. So like they're going to talk their shit. They would never step up in a ring, like especially a bare knuckle ring. Obviously I'm going to thank people for the opportunity and then probably stick a middle finger up to the audience and like, look at what happened.
There you go. Well, I mean, before we get out of here, I'll open the floor one more time. Thank you for all your time, Bryce, to Travis. Travis, he's been in 10 bare knuckle fights with the organization. He's been around since day one.
Yeah.
You kind of spoke to him earlier, but any kind of hints, tips, anything else, what to expect, what it's going to feel like to get hit with that bare knuckle punch when you're in there, if it wakes you up? I don't know. You know.
So it wakes me the fuck up. I love it. You're not going to bother me by punching me in the face. I love it. It's going to split you the fuck open. Make sure you have a good guard. You're going to know right away whether you're built for it or not when you get punched. Just like I told you before, you're the only person that can beat you. You're the only person that's going to make you fuck up. So you better start doing a lot of mental prep.
There you go. From Travis Thompson, a little bit of info. Do you think that'll help you, Bryce, at all? What he was telling you? Think you got enough with the juggernaut?
Thanks, Travis. And yeah, I think I am built for this.
You were right with what you said. It doesn't matter what the fucking fans say and shit. That's kind of my point. Like, you are the only person that's going to be in your head. You don't need to give a fuck what people are yelling in the audience, nor will you. I know you're not going to. Just listen to your corner.
There you go. Great advice. And he thanked you for it, Travis. See, you went into this interview a little annoyed, a little pissed off. Do you like Bryce a little more now? You have respect
he's a
for him?
wrestler. So
I knew that. As soon as you said that, I knew you were going to like him.
I fucking couldn't stand it. You know, no, but that's the other thing. Like, another thing is, like, Jake Paul, whatever, like, that's boxing. You have pillows on. You're not having any pillow on. It's bare knuckle. So, I mean, the fact that you are stepping in there, I mean, at least you have the balls to do it. So, I mean, that shows that you have nuts at least.
100%. And something I wouldn't do. I stay on the mic. So kudos to you, Bryce, for stepping in. We're looking forward to seeing your fight. I appreciate you taking the time on here. And check out the Bryce Hall G Spotlight on the app. I think it was done brilliantly. I think it'll tell more of the story. BKFC.com to grab that app. Bryce, you're the man. August 11th, Tingley Coliseum, Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're looking forward to it. And thanks for coming on, man.
I'm super excited for it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. All right, there he goes, Bryce Hall. You were kind of soured on him. I felt like, you were not liking him, and now I feel like you've because the wrestler thing, right? Am I right?
That's what it is.
As soon as you
say wrestler, then you fucking got me.
All right, we're gonna go back to some more stuff with Bryce Hall.
You were a wrestler, weren't you?
Yes, I was actually.
No, you weren't.
I sure was.
Bullshit.
I wrestled in high school. Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I beat your ass right now.
Bullshit.
I can't beat you in fighting. I'll beat you in wrestling.
No, you will not.
You want to
will
do it?
Not beat me. Okay,
Give me a month to get in shape, and I'll beat your ass. I'll throw some legs on you. I'll cement mixer your ass.
Not a chance.
Yeah, I'll take front.
I'll pick you. I'll throw you right through the fucking table.
Get up. Stand up then. No, sit. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you react. Most people.
You can use both fucking hammers and we'll wrestle.
I did some pro wrestling as well, like the stuff you see
you
on
know how to
TV.
do fake shit. That's good.
We're not going to have this debate. It's not fake. It's controlled. No, we're not. We're not going to have this debate. It's controlled. It's predetermined. The violence hurts.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, you're right. It does hurt.
All right.
If you're a pussy. I'm just saying.
I can't even defend this. The chat was going nuts during that interview. Everyone's saying LMAO. Well, let's see what happens. Rockline Coleman said that. You see other people. LOL. The animal didn't know Bryce was still on live. He said, I hate that guy, LOL. Somebody said that, Billboard Nerds. A lot of people laughing. Brian, I sent you the picture of Travis from Virginia. Maybe that's in the thing. I don't know. But everyone's commenting. They're saying they're excited for the card. They're saying that basically a lot of people saying Bryce is going to get his ass beat. They like Bryce Paul, which you called him. But that's, I mean, what do you think the bare knuckle fans are going to say? That's their almost.
No, I mean, you're going to say that stuff. And like I said, the fighters are going to say the same thing too, because you got to realize a lot of the fighters have been professional fighters for how many years? Yeah. So it's you're putting a chip on my shoulder too. And good for you to actually have the nuts to try it.
Agree. Big news with I'm gonna say big nuts. Big news. Big news.
Because you're looking at me. I got you. I understand.
Big news with Chris Camozzi cornering him. That can only help.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing though. Chris Camozzi's just working the corner. I don't know if he's actually in camp with him.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah,
we'll look into that. We just found out about that a minute ago.
That's cool.
But that'll be a good guy to have. I mean, that's got to matter. You said listen to your corner. So as a fighter, I mean, it's important who you have in your corner.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Camozzi's the guy that I'd want on my corner. I mean, the guy's talented. Now, is Camozzi using this to get the fight with Lorenzo, do you think?
That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of
I feel like he's defending bare knuckle a little bit, too. I think he's trying to help. You don't believe that?
He's trying to do it to get... No, he's just trying to get fucking the fight with Lorenzo.
You think so?
That's what I think.
Well, we're gonna have to.
I could be wrong, but I'm never.
Maybe
wrong.
a little. You were wrong one time, and you were wrong about that time too.
Stop cutting in, Brandon. Okay.
You're not. No one hears that. No one hears that but us.
I did.
He's giving us cues in our earphones.
Oh,
Me and you could hear. I should have told you. Look at that. It's your show, right? Yeah. So let's. The clown. We have a lot of stuff coming up. We're excited about it. And whatever you just said in our ear, just throw the picture up, I guess, because since Travis, there it is.
There it is, John Wick.
There's the John Wick picture of Travis.
Right. Dude, I wish you'd get that watch in there. That watch is nice, too.
How much you pay for that watch?
Not that much. My buddy paid a lot for his.
5-finger discount.
There you go. No. So mine was, they put the auction up, right? You see, that watch is nice. So my buddy did the auction in Miami. He paid like a fucking $1,000 for the watch. Okay. I was like, cool, it's in Kansas. There's no one in the fucking Kansas. I'll bid like nothing on it, and I got it.
Andrew Martin here say, question for Travis. You kind of touched this, but how would an experienced coach help a newcomer like Bryce? An experienced coach, someone who's got a lot of experience.
How could a coach help him?
Yeah, experienced coach. I would think a lot, right? But the thing is, you answer, but I have my thoughts too.
Well, it's definitely going to help him. I mean, you're going to fucking, you know what it's like to get punched, so you know what to go through in camp to prepare his body for it. I mean, that's what I would do. I would just prepare his body for those bare knuckle shots.
That's the best thing you can do, because I mean, you can't learn bare knuckle in like a month or 2 months. You just can't. You can't learn anything that quickly.
I liked what I saw with the video where they're doing mitts without the gloves. That's what you got to learn to do.
Toughen your hands up.
Not just that. I don't give a fuck about dude.
Well, because you're you, but he's got in there for bare knuckle.
You have to learn the distance.
Okay.
So when you have a pad, the pad on the glove is it's a big deal.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yep.
Interesting. That's why we have Travis in here, man. Stuff like that.
I'm not just good looks. I'm also got some brains.
Question from Big Ben for Travis.
What's that, Big Ben?
Why did he block me?
Who blocked you?
You said you blocked him, Big Ben.
Why the fuck would I block you?
I don't know. And then also it says here that we need to know why here. Mike, mission accomplished says, why did the producers not shine that belt up? Is it all fingerprinting? Is that why?
What?
It's the belt. I guess they said it's not shined up enough. They're upset about it. That's what people were focusing on when you're on the show. Interesting.
That's because the camera's on you. They don't give a shit. They want to come back to me. See?
Yeah, that's it.
Now
And
no
ratings
one's saying
just went
shit.
up. Ratings went up.
See, now they're like, oh my God, Travis the Animal fucking Thompson's on TV.
Are you excited about the BKFC 48 card coming up in Albuquerque?
Wait, is that the one I'm on? No, so I don't give a fuck.
So there's no reason to run down the card for
Right.
you?
Fuck do I care? Am I on it?
Okay. So let's talk about, if we're not going to run down, let's put the card up there real quick. I don't care what Travis says. He's bullying me here.
No, but
All right.
put my picture up there. You can talk about it, but put my picture up.
Hold on.
I'll do better.
So we have, there's the
Fuck
picture.
you.
BKC 48. For some reason, they hit the music. I'm not done yet, though. A lot more to get to.
This is the fucking graphic music.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the top fights then. I mean, with Bryce Hall, G, who you got?
Oh, I'm going G.
Okay, making sure. And I mean, there's a lot. We saw because we talked to Sydney Smith on the show too. Her and Melanie Shaw. Where you at with that? 1-0 each.
Don't know.
After that gripping interview, there's nothing you can say.
I was asleep. I don't know.
Man, you're a rough guy.
Yeah.
You don't care what she went through. You don't care about anybody but you.
I've been through a lot of shit too. I'm not gonna go out there and
Tell me
everybody.
something.
No, I don't need to.
Okay, fine. Man, jealous. She's got
I'm
more.
not
She got
jealous.
more baggage than you. Why are you upset?
Yeah, she's got more baggage than me. That's what it is.
And then the main event, Dotson Ridge. What are we gonna
That's
see?
a great fight. That's a great fight. JR's my boy. I love JR. But, if you're talking money, I'm throwing money out there. I'm putting on Dots. I'm not putting on.
Well, you
JR.
can't bet because you're on the BKFC staff. You're a fighter.
I'm not saying. Fuck you.
I'm trying to help you, dude, so you don't get in trouble. And then, so if you had to put money on it, it would be Dotson.
That's who I would put money on.
All right. Hopefully, JR.
And I hope JR proves me wrong. I love JR.
Is there any other fights on the card? I know Eric Dotson's fighting. I know there's other Will Santiago. I see any other fights you're looking forward to. Keith Richardson's on the card.
No.
No, because you're not on it.
Wait a second. Nope. Nope.
I think he thought he saw himself. All right. Well, that's all we have for the card because Travis doesn't care. He's not on it.
There we go. That's a good picture. That's a good fucking picture. That's awesome.
So there's been so much stuff going on. We're glad to
So
have you in the
much.
studio. I just want to pick your brain before we get out of here.
Pick away.
This is where
Get his picture off. Put me
This
back.
is where.
There we go.
This is where we find out more about Travis. It's your turn to shine now, Travis.
There's nothing to shine about. What do you want to know?
Well, I want to find out things about you.
What do you want to know?
10 fights for Travis. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the most in bare knuckle BKFC OG. And when we're
Reggie's
talking
got
about
11.
Was it 11 now?
Yep.
I thought it was your 10th. It was your 11th?
I said Reggie.
Oh,
has
Reggie
11.
has 11. Yes, I do know that.
Okay.
So you're getting there. You're chomping at his heels, but you're right there. Not as many people have as many fights as you do. But another stat that we found out recently was John Dotson. Since we're leading into the main event with John Dotson coming up August 11th in Albuquerque, I think we have a graph for that too. I mean, it's something to be celebrated. John Dotson, 141 seconds total in his fights that he's had.
That's cool.
That's really cool, I think. And I think that, I mean, is that detrimental to him not getting the feel of the squared circle, or is that better that he's winning that quickly? Do you think if he's drug into deep waters, is going to be a problem for him?
It doesn't fucking matter. How many pro fights does he have?
A lot.
Okay.
So
what the fuck does it matter if he gets done quick? Oh, now all of a sudden he doesn't know how to fucking throw a punch?
No, what I'm saying is
I know
it's
what you're
different
saying 'cause
ball
it's bare
game.
knuckle.
Yes.
I know. But what I'm saying is he's a fighter. So it doesn't matter.
Fighter's a fighter's a
A
fighter.
fighter's a fighter. He'll be fine. It doesn't matter.
I think it's a great stat. I think that
That's
to
awesome.
finish this
That's
guy's,
cool.
is he going to finish J.R. Ridge that quick?
I'm not going to say anything.
Oof. Which means you're pleading the fifth. That usually means that you think he's going to.
Pretty much.
Wow.
I'm sorry. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. Your boy's going to be ringing your phone after this.
I love him. I love him.
But that's, hey, I like your honesty. That's why you're here, man. Yeah, it'll be good. The whole card's going to be fun. And other than that, I mean, I think that I want to talk to you about, well, we talked about the difference a good corner can make. By the way, too, this is something aside. I have a note here.
What?
This has nothing to do with you, but I have to say this. I'm running
Then
all
what
over
the fuck
place.
are you talking
No, it's about Dave Feldman.
David Feldman?
So he came on the show last week. He showed Evan something and said he had this major announcement. Evan lost his mind about it when he saw it. I still don't know. They won't tell me because I'll blast it out on the air. Evan, was he really showing you something? Because people were commenting that he should do the announcements on the show. Or was he just bullshitting?
No, he really showed me like some insane, like top free agents in combat sports matchups.
He's talking
he's
about
planning
me.
on.
Probably May.
Yeah,
talking about Travis.
Probably me.
No, but so they're planning. I mean, was it just like a Word document on his phone, or like in the notes, or was it something of substance?
Yeah, it was just like texts going out to people.
Oh, and they were returning them. I like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't tell us anything, can you?
I don't think so.
I'd like to call him live on the air, but I think he's in Vegas or somewhere now, so he's not going to pick up.
He's not going to pick up for you anyways.
He'll pick up for me.
If
first
I call him,
ring.
he'll pick up.
Yeah, voicemail.
Yeah,
He'll pick up
first,
for you.
yeah,
Straight to
first ring.
voicemail.
Get out of
Because
here.
I think that like I love Dave. I love working with Dave. I love working here, but I'm going to be honest.
How do you get to talk to him with his dick in your mouth? I'm just saying. Is it challenging for you to be able to talk, like for the words to come out?
Look, I'm going to move past that because it's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. I have a great comeback, but I'm not going to do it because I don't work blue like you do. I just keep moving. I keep moving.
You're good.
I'll give you the comeback after the show, but it has something to do with you. Yeah. That was the perfect drop, actually. That was great. So, no, I'm actually, if you let me finish, what I was going to say about Dave is it kind of gets on my nerves. I gave you that. I set you up for that. It kind of gets on my nerves when he comes on the show and tells me there's a major announcement.
He doesn't tell you.
And then he doesn't tell me. And then the listeners and the viewers get upset.
And it's your fault.
Then they yell at me.
That's right.
So we're going to work on getting that to you. And I want to know.
You have to demand. Come on, you're hurt. That's what I was going to say. You might want to use something else.
Get your hammer. You got a hammer over there?
I don't need a hammer.
You got a hammer right there, dude?
I got two of them right here.
Yeah.
See, why are they on you? I got two hammers right here.
I got one.
We don't need to show.
All right, Travis. I'm not going to fight with you. Let's talk more about. I just want to get that off my chest about Dave.
All right. What?
I set you up again off my chest. Anyway, so
he's usually on your chest.
There you go. I have to tell you now when the jokes are made. I have to teach you how to make a joke
because I'm not paying attention to you.
So let's spotlight you. Best fighting movie. Let's go around the room. What's your favorite fighting movie?
I've always loved Rocky.
That's where I'm at too. Which one's your favorite?
Number 4.
That's my favorite. It's the first one I ever saw actually when I was younger.
That was always my favorite because when was the big blizzard we have up here? What was it, like 97?
97?
96, 97, whatever. I always tried to do everything he did. So I lived on this like
so
Ghost.
Video?
Oh my God, yeah. So I lived on in Regalsville. It's called Ghost Mountain, and it really is a mountain. Like it's probably a mile and a half long, and it's a steep incline. I would do all that shit, running up the hill.
Put the thing on your back and run.
Okay, so you
Like
tried doing
Shoot from
like a
Vision Quest?
log, right? So I'm like what, 3 foot tall. So I used I used a real small.
Could you see over the top of the snow though when you're running through?
No, I was falling through. Yeah.
So you tried? Did you yell "Yo Adrian" or
Yo Adrian? Yeah.
And then your wife's like, "What's he cheating on me? What's going on? Why is he yelling about Adrian?"
Pretty much. Yeah.
So-
She gets mad that I call her Adrian all the time.
Last time your wife interrupted the phone call when you're on Zoom. You told her to shut up and get the F away from you. You're insane. So Rocky IV, great movie. I love No Easy Way Out.
Yeah.
I love that whole movie. It's probably my favorite Rocky. Rocky V, kind of rough. I won't even watch the Creeds. Evan, favorite combat sports movie or fighting movie?
Probably Rocky 1 was the first one I ever saw.
Such a good one. That was good.
And then what's the one with Jake Gyllenhaal where he's like an MMA fighter?
Yeah.
That's a great one.
MMA fighter?
Or he's a boxer.
Southpaw.
No, Southpaw.
South,
yeah.
that is. Oh, that
There
is
you
good.
go.
See, I'm not good with celebrity names.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
See, Travis okays that, so you're good. Brandon, let's see if he okays your movie.
No.
What's your movie?
Oh, no, right off the bat. Southpaw, like Evan said, and then who was in it? Mark Wahlberg, I think,
Yeah.
the fighter.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, fighter.
Did you
was a
like
good
that one,
too,
Travis?
Yeah.
Oh, Travis complimented you.
And did you see that wrestling one with Channing Tatum?
Channing Tatum.
And,
heels. No.
No.
What are you talking about?
Foxcatcher.
What are you talking about?
Foxcatcher.
He's talking about the
wrestling.
Magic
Real
Mike
wrestling.
that he was watching
Yeah.
when he was at his bachelor party.
Yeah.
That was the clubs he was at.
No. So I agree with Rocky. And
You never seen Foxcatcher?
I've seen Foxcatcher. I've seen the documentary and the movie on Foxcatcher, and they're both brilliant. And it's cool because that was around here, right? I mean, that was.
I have no clue what
Yeah,
the
but
fuck
it was in
Foxcatcher
Delaware.
is.
Dave, no, it wasn't Delaware, you dope. It was in Delco.
It wasn't in Delco. It was like
Well, it's right outside of
central
Delco.
Pennsylvania.
We claim
There you go.
Delco. I mean, dude, the DuPont estate was around here. The guy was a lunatic. He used to drive He used to drive like tanks around.
Yep.
And I think one of our guys on our staff used to correspond with Dave Schultz, and he said, I forget, it might have been Vespi. Send him a bunch of stuff, like send him like a Pan Am Games jacket or something he had.
Now I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so-
know which movie you're talking about too.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But I'm a Rocky guy. I knew you were going to say
Absolutely.
that. Let's find out more about Travis.
What else?
Do you have any pre-fight rituals that you do every time?
So the one thing that's really fucked up with me, and this is pre-fight.
One thing.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. But anyone that ever puts my gloves on, like when I'm sparring, you always put the left one on first. You're
Really?
not allowed to do the right one. You're not allowed to wrap my right hand first. It's always left. Every fight starts with a jab, right? You
Yeah.
always start everything with a jab. So that's your left hand. everything starts with your left. So
Interesting.
you're not allowed to do my right hand. I'm
So
weird. I've always
How
done
long? Oh, your whole career?
that. I've always done that. Yep.
And do you have to tell people or they just know?
They know.
I'd imagine if you have to tell them, you probably say, "Excuse me, sir."
Get
You
the
do it
fuck
very
out of
politely.
here. Now,
That's stops us politely.
so the other thing, I did a lot of shit. Yeah, everything was always left. This one's really fucked up. Even my socks. So I love Under Armour socks.
Yeah.
Because Under Armour has an L and an R, right?
Yeah.
So you know which foot that each sock goes on.
What do you have, OCD?
Dude, I do.
Do you really?
Absolutely. So when I wear socks and it goes well, that's my left sock, that's my right sock.
Really? And
From there on out.
That shocks
So,
me.
I mean, dude, even with socks
Wow.
I've had for fucking years, like those ones that we have, I forget what the
bare knuckle
company
socks?
was.
Odd Socks.
But yeah, where they have the X on it.
BareKnuckleshop.com. Grab
They have the
crap.
X's on them, right?
Yeah.
So you know exactly which foot it goes on.
Interesting. And I see you don't strike me as a guy that knows his left from his right. So
I
that's,
don't, yeah.
It's interesting that you
You
would
get punched in the fucking left and then the right. Keep it up.
I know I will. Danielle's commenting. She's saying next town over, Foxcatcher, Newtown Square. That's very close to where we're at right now. I recommend that movie as well. And then let's talk about, that's interesting. Your OCD, I didn't know that. Left and right.
Only with certain things.
Really?
Yep.
Like, you got anything else?
Well, with fighting?
Anything. Just, I mean, as far as your OCD.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
You don't fucking know.
I don't
Okay,
fucking
good.
know.
How about pizza? You like hot pizza or cold pizza? You a cold pizza
Hot
guy?
pizza.
But do you eat the cold pizza?
I don't eat pizza.
You don't eat
really.
pizza?
I don't, dude,
You can't.
I got to watch my girlish figure. Dude, I've been losing weight since I was like 14 years old.
Yeah?
I don't fucking eat pizza. I mean,
Ever?
After a fight, I'll have a couple pizzas.
You've earned a
But
couple
then-
pizzas or pieces?
Yeah, a couple pieces of pizza.
Yeah?
Like I'll get a couple pizzas.
I got you.
After a fight, but that's it.
Wow, I love
Anytime
pizza.
I'm in camp, don't eat.
Well, what's your
I
favorite
won't
food?
eat.
What do you like?
Let's see. My favorite thing to eat when I'm in camp is salmon.
Salmon. Oh, that's
Yeah.
good too. Huh.
I love salmon. Steak.
Steak's
A
phenomenal.
nice fillet.
Oh, God, I love steak.
Nice fillet.
So we've learned a lot about Travis the Animal Thompson today. We learned that he's OCD. He likes meat in his mouth. We've learned that. And we've also learned that,
Yeah.
he's a great fighter. So the next thing I want to learn is, let's be honest, Ryan Reber, I know that you have
Fucking
some
bitter.
problems about that, a little bitter about the
I
decision.
thought I won that fucking fight, and the fact that they had us do a 6th round is fucking bullshit.
It was exciting for the fans.
Yeah, great.
But, I mean, I know how you feel about that fight. Let's talk about what's next for you. Look, you're turning red. You're so upset.
Yeah, because I'm pissed.
I know you are. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Where do you see the animal going next? 10 fights in,
I'm
looking
coming
for
the
the 11th.
fuck back, and I'm gonna go right back to where I was. You're gonna see me in the number 1 spot. I will be there. I don't give a fuck who has the belt at the time. I will take the belt. It's gonna be mine. And that this fall that I just had in the last fight is only gonna fucking kill the next person. The next person I fight is gonna probably go to the hospital. He's getting fucked up.
You got a lot of anger.
I do.
You really do. Where's that anger come from?
Because I lost.
No, I mean, you just have anger in general.
Yep.
Where's it come from?
What are you, my fucking
This is Sally
therapist?
Jesse Raphael stuff here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Come on, man. It must come
I'm
from
short,
somewhere.
Because I'm a midget, like Dave says.
Oh, short
Tommy,
man syndrome, they
yeah,
call
that's
it.
what
Little
is,
man
right?
syndrome.
That's what it is.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't even think of that.
Get the fuck out of here.
I wouldn't say I'm kind of nervous to turn the mics off. That's why I keep talking, because I keep insulting you. I'm going to have black eyes next week.
No, stop.
Last thing we got here is Andrew Martin. He said, how much longer does Travis want to keep fighting?
Like I said, I'll probably go till I'm dead.
Big Ben says, no retreat, no surrender. He's my favorite.
Oh,
we
man.
love that. So, I mean, look, I think it was a pretty fun show today. Is there anything else you want to add other than putting your picture on the wall? We'll get to that.
No, it's a good show.
You
It's a
enjoyed
good
it?
show. Yeah, you got to have me on more often because dude, your views are probably phenomenal.
I
man.
can't afford to pay your salary. Here, catch this.
yeah, what?
You gonna catch this? Don't
No,
let it hit the
I'm
mic.
fucking exploding
Catch
all
this,
over the
dude.
place.
Don't let it hit the. Don't let it hit the camera.
Don't fucking throw
You're
it.
nervous. He's nervous.
I am
You can't catch. You can't catch. Good catch. All right,
I caught it.
You did catch it. So we always end
I
the
didn't
show
buck
like
up.
this. Thank you very much. We get bucked up and we knuckle up.
Knuckle up.
Ah!
Bare Knuckle Fighting Fighting Championship presents BKFC 48, live Friday, August 11th. In the main event, the undefeated knockout artist, John the Magician Dotson, throws down with a warrior on the winning track, JR the Lion Ridge. Also witness a bare knuckle grudge match when popular social media influencer turned fighter, Bryce Hall, knuckles up with the undefeated cutman, G. Perez. Don't miss history unfold. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.